Welcome back. It's another Louise Yohe and Marone video. This video will show you how to nominate raters so they give you feedback for your 360 feedback. This is the most important step in the process because you'll only get good, useful feedback if you nominate enough raters and if you nominate the right mix of raters. You might want to create a spreadsheet with your raters before you enter them into the 360 feedback system, because you'll enter each rater one at a time into the Fast Mirror 360 interface. Some tips on selecting raters. First, select enough raters. We want to assure raters anonymity so they feel comfortable responding. And that's only possible if there are 3 or more people who actually log in and give you feedback. Since it's unlikely that 100% of the raters you nominate will respond, we suggest listing 4 or more in each category. 4 or more peers, 4 or more direct reports whom you supervise, 4 or more customers. If you only have 1 boss or 2 bosses, it's okay to list that 1 or 2 individuals, and your boss will know their ratings will not be anonymous, unless you survey your board, in which case you may have more than 3 raters.
Second, nominate people who can give you good, balanced feedback. People who like you, people who've given you difficulties, people you've worked with for a long time, and people who are new to working with you. People who've seen you in only 1 or 2 settings and have seen you across settings. People who share your ethnic and professional background, and people who are diverse and different. The object isn't hearing from people who will give you all 6s and tell you what you want to hear. It's giving you good, balanced feedback so you see where you can grow, as well as validating your strengths and superpowers.
Now the interface to list your raters. You should have an email from Fast Mirror, which is the name of the platform we use to gather feedback and produce a report with that feedback for you. The subject line should say, Action Item. Nominate raters for your 360 survey. Pause the video and take a minute to find that email and then continue. If you don't have this email, even after checking your spam folder, send a message to your Courage coach so we can sort it out. So now that you have the rater nomination email with a link to the rater nomination page, sababa.
Here's the interface. You'll see a heading with instructions and then a space in the middle of the page to enter your raters one at a time, with each rater's first or given name, each rater's last or family name, their email address, and their relationship where you want us to group their responses in your 360 report. You'll enter 1 rater, press the link that says Save Rater Information, and then enter the next rater until all of your raters are in the system. At the bottom of this interface, you'll see a list of all the raters that you entered, grouped by category of rater.
When you finish your rater nominations, we'll send your list of raters to the person who is designated to give you a sanity check and give you a perspective about whether you're choosing the best mix of raters. That sanity check person could be your boss, it could be the advisor who suggested that you get 360 feedback, or it could be your HR business partner. If that person thinks the list looks good, they'll click OK and let us know to move forward and launch your survey. And if they have questions about the raters you've nominated, they'll get back to you so you can sort it out and consider modifying your list of raters.
One last thing. Please make sure the names and email addresses are spelled correctly and you have each rater listed in the right category. We won't have a way to validate what you enter in the interface, so please give us accurate information so we can give you an accurate report. Most of the time when a rater says, I never got that 360 feedback questionnaire, it's because an email address was misspelled or a category was entered wrong.
The next mission gives you some tips about alerting your raters that a 360 feedback is coming, so you encourage them to give you good, frank, useful feedback. The mission after that gives you tips on following up with your raters a few days before their ratings are due. The Fast Mirror system also sends out reminder emails just in case your raters need an extra nudnik or reminder to get their surveys in before the due date when we compile the data and prepare your report. That's the pre-work to launch your 360 survey. We'll see you back on video again in Mission 6 when your 360 feedback report is ready and we show you how to read your 360 profile. Until then, if you have any questions or concerns, reach out to your Courage Coach.